Hey y'all, I am practicing with a new setup here, a new camera setup here. So bear with me as I get used to this, okay? But welcome to one of the first lives I've done on YouTube in a very long time. I actually want to take you along this journey with me because I got some catching up to do with my WSET 3 coursework. So, again, if you are new to me, welcome. My name is Abriana, and I am many things. I am an author, illustrator, designer, web designer, brand designer. Okay, let's be specific there. Designer covers many things, right? I also do a lot of equine assisted learning and facilitation professionally with a company that I contract with, as well as in my own work as a children's book author, Cowgirl Cameron children's book series. On top of that, I have a dream that one day I will be able to combine two of the things I have grown very passionate about, wine and horses. In my exploration of not only horses but of wine and uh, gaining access to the information needed to really have a career, but also just be successful in communicating what wine has to offer and what it means when it tastes one way versus it tasting like something else, how to trust my taste buds to communicate information to me, outside of like this food good, this food bad, like caveman. I think it's been really cool to be on this journey. Um, I'm not sure if it landed on my YouTube channel at all in early 2022. I think it was March or May. I think it was March. I completed the Court of Master Sommelier intro level certification. And that was kind of my big brouhaha into the world of wine, really studying the essence of it and studying what it takes to make it and what it takes to characterize it and all those things. Well, since then, I have applied for, another scholarship. The CMS was a scholarship as well, but I received a scholarship from the African American Association, no, the Association of African American Vintners, and the Napa Valley Wine Academy to study WSET 3. So I'm really excited about being able to do this. I'm so excited that I am just a smidgen behind, just a smidgen behind on my tasting because I was traveling last week. So I'm playing catch up and I wanted to do this tasting live with you all. So let me know if you're interested in more live tastings. I would be down to do that. So we were told to um to do the tasting, but to also look at what the wine is. And this is something that I remember being completely different in the CMS coursework. In the CMS coursework, they wanted you to taste the wine blind, go through the tasting. The tastings were recorded on the online portal, and then make a decision on what it is. I thought it was very interesting that we were instructed with WSET to look at the wine and look at the name and know what it is before tasting it. I just thought that was interesting, and I have some theories on that. And it kind of made me feel good. Okay, it made me feel good. I felt like, especially when someone is just now getting started. Now, WSET, they have multiple levels, obviously, but they have 1, 2, and 3. With me being on number 3, I thought, oh, they're gonna expect us to know exactly what the wine is when we're drinking it. And yada, yada, yada. But it doesn't seem like that's the case. And I think that being able to know what it is and then go through the SAT, the systemic approach to tasting wine, that kind of will solidify the learning or the actual taste and cause an association ahead of time instead of on the back end, like saying, oh, we go through the entire SAT and then say, oh, it's Riesling, you know? So understanding this is Riesling, I think that it's going to give me a opportunity to really be intentional about the SAT. So there is, I don't know that I can show you all of the materials that come with the WSET 3, but I will say we have a little cheat sheet here, a laminated SAT guide. And then there is a book, textbook, which is pretty doggone amazing. It is so in depth. I mean, pictures. I've been writing all in it, y'all. I've been writing, tearing it up. And then there's also a workbook. So I'm going to be going through the tasting notes here and writing down everything that I see. And then I'm going to go back and compare it to the notes that were given in our lecture. So that is how I'm going to do that. I watched the lecture. I don't remember much of it because I was exhausted. The course is 5 p.m. Pacific, so that's 8 p.m. Eastern. And by 8 o'clock, sister girl be shutting down. Okay, sister girl be shutting down. So I'll be making it through, but do my best. All right, so we are doing wine number 1 from the tasting kit. I shouldn't have even poured this much because I don't know if I'm going to drink it all, but all right. So wine number 1 is a Mosel Riesling. So let me get my my SAT here. Appearance, it is very clear. And is pale. I don't know if y'all can tell that, but it is very pale. I would say I got to figure out a way to get some better light in here for sure, but I want to say it's lemon. If anything, it would be closer to lemony green, but I'm not really seeing the green that I would be looking for, and it's kind of misleading because the paper. Here, let me hold it over. The SAT card has green on it, so okay. I think I'll just say lemon. Is it bubbly? Just a little bit, but I think that's more so for me pouring it. All right, so on the nose. So one thing I learned from quartermasters that I'm not really sure that was brought up in WSET was that you should try it on the nose before swirling it. I know people see people swirling the wine, they're like swish, swish, swish. Try it on the nose first. And then you'll be able to make a bigger decision. So if I can smell it on the nose before even swirling it, then that tells me one thing. But if I need to swirl it to smell it, to release those aromas, that tells me something completely different. So it's clean on the nose. Nothing in there that's really giving me like, woo, this is gonna be stank. I love me a stank wine too, though. Um, so I've got headed on intensity now. I want to give it a medium. It's there, but it's not sticking out at me. Let's see. Let's get to our aromas. I'm getting some stone fruit. Stone fruit are like the fruits with the pit in them, like peaches and apricots and things like that. Like a peach, a green apple. There's a little bit, it's just very refreshing. Like there's almost like a eucalyptus or mint in there. Mm. Child, how do you spell eucalyptus? Oh, tuss. I'm like, oof. I can see some pear. Or I can smell some pear. It's just that like crispy, like fresh feeling that we got going on. Let me see. Do I have any secondary aromas? I don't really have any secondary aromas. I'm not really smelling any. All right. Let's go to the because of this, I would say that it is youthful because I don't have any secondary or tertiary aromas. Yeah. All right. On the palette. Here we go. All right. I meant to explain that beforehand, but hold on. Because this is dry. Oh, it's dry. This is a dry Riesling, y'all. I know some of you are used to, ooh, Riesling, so sweet. No, not all of them. I will cover the camera every time I spit because I think it's gross and I don't like to see people spitting on camera. So that's what that's about. But okay, we are dry. Acidity. Mm, I want to say medium plus. I felt a real wash of saliva. So when a wine is dry, you can once you either you swallow it or you spit it out, you can feel yourself salivating more, and you choose on the scale um based on how long you get that salivation. There's no tannins in here because this is a white wine, so it's not sitting on its skins very long, so it's not getting those tannins. Alcohol level, I want to say medium. It doesn't burn my chest, but it's not. Uh, I'm not gonna be drinking it with hot food, spicy food. Body. I wanna give it a medium minus, honestly. It's not giving, um it doesn't feel like I can, like, hold it in my mouth, like, it's got structure around it, like, it's got this creaminess or fullness that makes me just wanna keep it there. Have the mousse here. I think I missed this in class. I don't remember, sharing the mousse, but I don't think that it is creamy or aggressive, so we're gonna go with delicate. I'm just making shit up at this point. Okay, flavor intensity. I'm gonna give it a medium plus. Flavor intensity, medium plus. Um, and then the characteristics, I want to pull out the same ones. I got still with that green apple. It's very citrusy. So yeah, I you get the green apple. Um, you get your peach. Can even get some lemon. It's just super citrusy. Back on the mint. And then as far as like minerality of it, it's got that like super fresh, super light taste that I associate it with lime. I think sometimes people describe that as like Flint, but we shall see. Again, no, I don't have any secondary or tertiary flavors here. And then the finish. I'm gonna go medium minus. All right. Assessment of quality. Is it faulty, poor, acceptable, good, very good, or outstanding? I mean, I think it's very good. Personally, I think it's pretty good. Um, excuse me, I'm already burping. And then I think you can drink now. Um, oh no, I read that wrong. Drink now, not suitable for aging. I don't really think that aging this wine is going to give it anything else. I think its strong suit, it benefits from the fact that it is youthful. But if it was aged, I think it would just lose what it has to offer versus getting more to offer. Yeah. All right. So that is the Mosel Riesling. And this is how I know I shouldn't have poured this much. All right. The next one that we're doing is a Rioja Gran Reserva. All right. Okay, friends. This is a red wine. I'm not bothering to rinse out my glass, so don't judge me. Red wine, Rioja. I'm gonna do a little bit. All right, this is what we got, friends. Shout out to Seven Springs Farm and Vineyard. That is where the glasses come from. Okay, running through the SAT again. When it comes to appearance, now I remember a little bit of this from the class. This was the funky one. So when it comes to appearance, it is clear. There's no sediment in it. This is, I want to say it's medium. The intensity is medium because I can see the stem. And I'm almost curious if, let me just add a little bit more to see if it's because I didn't pour a tasting amount. Yeah, so that influences that. So that's something that's good to know. I didn't pour a full tasting amount into the wine glass. So it felt like it was going to be medium, but when I increased the amount, it is actually deep. I cannot see the stem of the wine glass. Look at me. I'm trying to not be a lush, and here we are. All right. Color, it's giving ruby. Yeah, and so when I do this, I'm looking at the outside compared to the inside, and there's a very red consistency. It doesn't really turn into purple, like from red to purple gradient. Shout out to being a designer. I can see things like that. But that gradient's not there. So we're gonna go with ruby. It does have tears. So when I swirl it, you will, I don't know why I'm trying to show you on camera. You can't really see this. But when you swirl the glass and you start seeing just the residue on the outsides and it starts to pour down the sides, that is the tears of it. So there are no bubbles. There are tears. And it's interesting. That's something that they really talk about more in the Quarter Masters course. We don't really harp on that in the WSET course. So interesting. All right. On the nose, let's see what we got. Ooh. She's funky, but I love her. All right. So it is clean. I don't, she funky, but she's not faulty. Intensity, I would say, is pronounced. I barely have to get to the glass to be able to smell it. Aromas. Let's see. We have got ourselves some, I'm getting like red fruits and black fruits, but like dried fruits. So I could see a cranberry or a raspberry or a black cherry, dried. Yeah, it's giving candy. It's giving really like jammy dried fruit, specifically cherries and some of the red fruits like raspberry, maybe some plum in there. Okay. As far as herbs, I can see some like it's kind of giving me star anise because I just use that in some mulling wine, and that's what it reminds me of. I could see some black pepper too. It's also giving leather and maybe even some tobacco-y. It's giving outside. It's giving outside and roughing it. Secondary aromas, cloves. That's kind of up with the star anise deduction. I don't really get vanilla, so I don't know about the oak. Oh, so dried cranberry, blackberry, cooked plum, that's tertiary flavor, tertiary aromas, good lord, tertiary aromas. Yeah, bottle age leather forest for it's yeah, it's given that. So because this is tertiary has up to tertiary aromas, I'm gonna say this is fully developed. Okay, on the palate, let's see. She dry. She dry. And the funk matches. She is dry. The acidity. I'm gonna go medium plus. Tannins. I'm gonna go with medium tannins, but the alcohol, I want to say high. That it didn't burn me a little bit on its way down. Body, I'm gonna say full. Like she is bringing the package, and you better be ready to pick it up. Not really sure what Moose is. Like I said before, and not really that she's aggressive, but she's not really trying to be your friend here. Like she is, um, it's not like it's like holding a chihuahua. It's not cuddly, but sometimes it can be nice. Flavor intensity, I want to say medium plus as well. Um, and then as far as on the palate, I'm getting those same things like the cranberry, cranberry, black cherry. Dried plum, cloves. I can feel it coating my teeth. I'm gonna say it has a long finish. Okay. Quality level. Um, I think that it's good. I would drink it. I think anyone could drink it. I don't know about it being outstanding, and this is where I struggle because I'm like, it's not really the preference. It's based on these notes. Um, so like I would drink it and I would be happy with it, but I don't know that I would write home about this wine just because it does have a little bit of that funk to it. And that might mean that it's kind of tipping the edge of being um, too old. So I would say drink now. I think that keeping it, aging it any longer is really going to funkify it and it's going to not be clean anymore. So I am going to go back and see what my class said. And review that tasting and go from there. Let me know if you enjoy this tasting process. Let me know if you even want to study wine. I can talk to you about the scholarships and things, especially for people of color or marginalized communities. There's many, many scholarships out there. So, super excited to be sharing this additional passion with you all and sharing how it all comes together in this big vision I have for myself. So I will see you at the next tasting. Bye.